Right, I just want to give a little shout out to some training brothers and sisters in Thailand, NOK. So Sister NOK, who makes NOK training knives. Now many people are familiar with the NOK training knives. They're made of wood and then covered in a nice foam, densely packed, stuck well, cut out beautifully for really good training tools, and they're hardy and they're arduous. But what also NOK training tools make is a little assortment of kind of wooden sticks. So you could say pointy wooden sticks if you like, but they also make more rounded and forgiving type edges and points. Anything from just like anything from a relatively sharp point to a very rounded point. Now, what these tools are, in point of fact, in Thailand, are pocket sticks. Pocket sticks of various types that would have a penetrative point, and pocket sticks that are beveled and rounded, that are more for muscular tissue release, if you like, if you use them in a self-massage sense, or if you were using in a self-defense sense, it would be a point-rounded tool that would have an effect in terms of disruption to muscular movement and mobility if you implemented them with penetrative strikes, such as to large muscle groups. My take on the use of any kind of pocket stick tool is not geared towards trying to find some silly fucking pressure point to get some release, but is to hit whatever you hit fucking hard and repeated. Now that can be large muscle groups, as I said, to keep the level of force level low, or it could be bone structure, joints, or even the skull, in which case context of the situation you're in dictates the content. Now in Thailand, of course, the carry rules for tools for self-defense up to and including knives are very, very different to any Commonwealth country. So I'm not suggesting these as tools for you to carry as a potential weapon for the purpose of self-defense, because like I said, there is a myriad of items made. So there was a design that I made some time ago that was of influence for this type of tool, that was made by NOK. Great for training, absolutely great for training. But they've made a variety of different kind of pointy sticks, if you like, with a beautiful, nice finish, that have a carry system for retention on the hand, as well as for carrying on a waistband for quick release. Now, like I say, I'm not advocating these as you to buy them within a Commonwealth country for the purpose of tools for self-defense per se. Although they do not meet any criteria of banned item, you are not going to go down the street with any sharp pointy stick. You're just going to give yourself a problem. But something that would be much more rounded, such as these small ones, which I do particularly like, a small handheld device, can be used for trigger point therapy and various muscular soft tissue release. And that really is, to be honest, what I recommend any pocket stick for in the main. The only thing is, it will have a crossover effect if you're caught in a jam and you needed a force equalizer. So for instance, this one here would make a perfect hotel door wedge, so just to add to your hotel security as part of your EDC, but it would also double as a potential impact point driven tool should you need it. But where I advocate getting these type of training tools are for training. The NOK training knives that are rubberized are brilliant, but I also like the little wooden ones for practice and working on dummies, or working whatever blade form that you practice, or whatever striking format you use. Striking in this way with a pocket type stick really does offer a good tool for your training potential, and it's low tech, low profile, relatively inexpensive to make and obtain. So what also I recommend about NOK training knives and NOK little carry pocket tools are the cores. So they make a lot of great stuff, and for donations for the other great thing they do, which is, so the other thing I really advocate about NOK training knives, and why you should maybe just place a little support their way is for the fact that everything that they make is for the purpose of a dog sanctuary that they have in Thailand, which they entirely finance themselves, which is difficult. And they care for many dogs that are injured or found or taken off the street or abandoned or whatever else. So they're doing a really good job. So recommendation all round for NOK training tools from a training perspective and a practice perspective. Also, if you wanted to carry something very low profile, just a pocket stick, nothing with a sharp edge. I mean, under Commonwealth, you know, a pocket massage stick has not been fucked with as yet, so it would be a tool that you could potentially think about carrying. But where my recommendation is, certainly for training tools, if you are working on a bob, if you're working with a partner, you know, they have good structural integrity. They hit the pads without damaging the pads, and depending on the type that you get, pointed, rounded, you know, there's a lot of variety and style there. They've got a nice little carry method that they go on the waistband, and all of them have retention to maintain grip to your fingers so that you could do other things also. So yeah, high recommendation going out for NOK training knives. Check them out. Sister NOK does some great work, and yeah, have a look.